Hi there, Patrick Kirkwood, CEO of the BioSport. I'm sitting here with Hall of Famer Nik Lewis. Good. How about yourself, Nik?
I'm good.
Good. Listen, tell us a little bit about yourself. Well, I'll tell everybody a little bit about yourself. You're a Hall of Famer. You're a two-time Grey Cup champion, and I guess you've caught more balls than anybody ever in the CFL ever in history. Is that? Did I say that right?
That's correct.
Wow, that's amazing. And now, how did you manage to get to where I know it's a bit of a story and I've heard it, but if you tell the folks a little bit about yourself and maybe the BioSport, how we've known each other here for a little bit now, getting to know each other better. Just tell us a little bit about what's going on with Nik Lewis.
Yeah. So born and raised in Texas, Division II walk-on to first ballot CFL Hall of Famer. What a journey that's been and that it was. To be able to come up into Canada in 2004 where I was the Rookie of the Year and just build my career, right, around great teammates and great coaches, and, played in 3 Grey Cups. Actually played in all 3 domes the CFL offers in all 3 Grey Cups. So played my first one in Montreal there in 2008, which we won. My second one in Toronto in 2012 for the Hunters Grey Cup, we lost. Wow. And then my third one was in BC against Hamilton, and we won that one. So my last game, 11 years with the Stampeders, was a Grey Cup win. So that was a great way to end my Stampeders career. And then I went on to Montreal, played 3 more seasons, where I was able to accomplish the record for most catches in CFL history.
Well, that's amazing. And we were talking a little bit earlier, and you were telling me, I think, one of your favorite places to play is in Montreal.
Yes.
Why is that?
I just love the cross up on the hill, the hospital in the background is so historic. Montreal is more of a vibe. Yeah. And when you go to the games, it's just like soccer.
Yeah.
Right? The fans come out and they just enjoy being in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it's such a vibe, especially day games in Montreal. It's fun to play in. And I've always loved it. And one thing a lot of people don't know is when you play in Montreal, you come out of the back door and walk through the concession area, through all the fans, and then into the tunnel. And it's the most electrifying thing to high-five fans and go through there and to see the excitement on the kids' faces and on all the fans' faces. And as the whole team walks through there to get into their helmet there and run out on the field.
Well, that's amazing. I believe too you had an opportunity to play in the NFL for a number of times, and you turned that down to stay in Canada. Why is that?
Yeah, going into my 3rd year, I was called in, had an opportunity to go to the NFL. My owner at the time and the GM got me an agent, and they said he was willing to take you on. It was Tom Brady's agent. So knowing that the caliber of people that want to work with you is a quality opportunity. And I was just having success here in my first 2 years, and I really sat down and thought about it for 2 days, and I just made the decision to stay in Canada. I love the game here. I love the people here, and I was already having success, and a little bit of the disappointment that I went through when I didn't get drafted or didn't get picked up after the draft allowed me to just really focus in and say, you know what, I'm just going to build a career here and play my time out.
Wow, that's an amazing story. I want to talk a little bit about the BioSport, and that's I guess how we met. And the BioSport, of course, being a personalized training program that speaks to your DNA, the science, what's going on in your body, and it's not a one-size-fits-all training program. It's for you. It's different for you than it is for me. We've talked about it a little bit, and I guess my question to you is, knowing what you do know about our program already, how do you think that may have affected your career, maybe injury-wise, or how possibly do you think that would have changed your career?
I think it's big in knowing the answers to the tests.
Yeah. Right?
And understanding your body, and I talk to a lot of athletes about it. You see a lot of young guys, and Joe might laugh at this, but we tell them they don't know how to practice. Right? They come out there and they'll sprint before they're fully warm, and then they pull a hamstring, or they do something when they're not ready to go, or they're sore and they think they can just push through it. Or you see receivers downfield trying to burst an extra for a ball at practice, and it's like, dude, that's where you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
like if you can't get there, don't get there. Just know in the game you're gonna have adrenaline. You're gonna be a little bit more warm because you spent more time getting warm for those games. But overall, just understanding your body.
Yeah.
Understanding the body is a huge advantage, especially if I know what foods I need to eat before the game, what foods I need to eat after the game to replenish. I've always said if I could get to a place where I could go into a game like I didn't practice, and then within 48 hours go into practice where I felt like I didn't play a game, that would be the ultimate for me as a player, because now I'm able to maximize the opportunity because I'm not going to practice sore all the time. I'm not going into the game sore all the time. I'm actually feeling good, and I know I'm ready to go out and make plays.
Well, and training your own body, knowing what really you're predisposed to as far as your DNA, your genes.
Yes.
That probably would help quite a bit, I'm sure, and I'm sure back when you were doing it might have been a huge advantage for you, although you still managed to break all the records. So I can't imagine what would have happened if you would have had the BioSport program back then.
I know it. And you think about NFL players, they're actually fined per half pound over or underweight. So they have like a 3 pound limit that they want every player to be in, and then they weigh you almost every day. And if you're out of that limit, they fine you money.
Oh.
If you're not in that 3 pound range.
Well, that must be an interesting weigh-in time. I was unaware of that. That's
Yeah, they used to weigh us in after weekly. We used to do weekly weigh-ins.
Right.
And it was kind of similar. We didn't get fined, but it was more towards, hey, we need to get you back here, or you need to be there.
Yeah.
So being able to just monitor your body and understand your body, and then even what supplements are going to help you.
Yeah.
Right. That's going to be crucial. I was more of a natural athlete. I took a multivitamin for most of my career. I didn't really take anything. I look back now and wish I would have taken more supplements. But when the drug testing came in, there wasn't a lot of education around it, and you can go out and get some vitamins over the counter that might have something in it to fail a drug test, and it might not be labeled on there.
Yeah.
Right. So it was a scary situation to be like, okay, well, I don't want to fail a drug test, so how do I manage this? So having some trusted partners that can give you some great advice and great advantages on what you're taking and putting in your body would be huge.
Oh, that's good to hear. As you know, or I think we may have talked a little bit about it, but we have our own supplement that's going to be coming out. As a matter of fact, it's getting introduced into the UAE here right away, and it's like a longevity-based supplement that probably would make a huge difference. But the other thing I want to talk about is we're going to develop with you the BioSport program, and we're going to have more conversations about what's going on. And I just really, over the last few days, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you speaking about us, and all positive. And Nik was he was actually you were co-host, or you were doing the fireside chat with Dr. Kapoor for our Kapoor Wealth partnership. How was that experience for you?
Oh, it was great. It was an easy person to talk to, and for me, it's always about education. I like to lead with education. So understanding where Dr. Kapoor comes from on an educational standpoint, but his impact, and he commands a presence when he walks into a room, and when we're up there, and we just had a good time, interacting, and I felt so comfortable to be able to ask him certain questions, and to hear the responses that he was giving, being able to relate some things to sports, but some things just to health. It was great. It was a great experience, and I enjoyed it.
It came across just so natural. It was like you two were, been friends for years, and just talking about old times. So that was great. Good job there. Now the other thing we definitely need to talk about is, what are you doing? And you have your company, and maybe tell us a little bit about your company, and maybe how do you see the BioSport and your company maybe coming together and doing a collaboration. I think we've talked about it, but tell us a little bit about what you're doing, and love to hear.
100%. AO Sports is my baby, and I've been building it for 5 years. I have a great team around me, Pat, and it's just been an amazing journey where we're helping athletes build bigger brands, global visibility, and we're increasing that, and then just be able to leave a legacy. How are they impacting communities that they're going into as athletes, that they come from, growing up in, and just being able to do those things and streamline the process. I've always been a firm believer my career was a success because of great teammates and great coaching.
Yeah.
Right? So now I've built a business to do the same thing. It's our job to put the right teammates and coaches around you, and then you can be successful. So we help with production, marketing, branding, sponsorship, and then we help the athletes either start their own charity, work with an established charity, or house a charity under the AO Sports Impact Foundation. So now we're really creating and driving impact in those communities to really help a lot of people out.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. And we were out last night at an event, and it was another spectacular event. And I was messaging with Grant Fuhrer, who's on our advisory board.
Yes.
And it was. I thought it was very interesting from one Hall of Famer to another, and so I mean we definitely we want you as part of the BioSport in our environment, and we want to work with you with your company too. And I just like to thank you for spending the time with me and our company.
I appreciate that.
And I really truly I look forward to doing more things with you. I'm sad that you're going back, and we just we can't wait to get you back in Calgary. And just again, thanks for taking the time.
No, thank you, Pat. And one of the biggest things, like you said, is longevity and life after. It's not just while we play. Me and one of my good friends is going in the Hall of Fame this year, Jermaine Copeland. We used to talk about it. We want to get old with our kids and not be playing with a tree in the backyard instead of playing with our kids. And so understanding that space and anything that we can do from an educational standpoint to bring the AO Sports on our Evolve side of things, and on bringing the podcast where we're interviewing athletes, doing more things to bring more notoriety and more education to it. I look forward to the journey, brother, and it's going to be a fun one.
We've got a lot of exciting times coming up here. Are you going to be here for Stampede?
I will.
All right. Well, should we do a yeehaw?
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Okay. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll join Mr. Nik Lewis again here another time. Thanks again.